Yeah, so I think about a mother from Flint, Michigan, who has two kids. She's taking care of a parent with failing health, and she drives to work and home every day thinking about how she's going to make ends meet for her family. And one day she turns on the radio and she hears about this emergency, and she's blown away because all of these things just rush through her mind at the same time, mainly about her kids, about the health and welfare of her kids. How is it that these government officials have failed so miserably in protecting her kids? And she's thinking about how little time she has now with her family because of her work obligations and her commitment to taking care of her mom. So now on top of that, she's faced with this crisis, and a crisis that isn't going to go away anytime soon. She drives by the same church every day, and today that church is full of people. Some of the faces look familiar, and there's a sign in the front lawn of the church. So she looks out the window at the people gathered walking into the church, and she just takes a mental picture of what's happening, and she heads to her mother's house. So she gets there, she kisses her kids, she hugs her mother, and her mother asks her a question about whether or not she's familiar with the drinking water issue. As much as I can be familiar with it, I'm just so busy right now. I have so much on my plate. And their mother looks at her and says, well, I do believe clean drinking water should be one of the things on that plate. The next day on the way home, she decides to stop in at the church for a few minutes. She's on a strict time schedule, so she steps in, looks around. She sees a local activist behind the podium, and he's talking about what the community can do to shed light on the humanitarian crisis they're facing with the water supply there. She feels overwhelmed. She's asking herself, how did this happen? Well, I'm doing all I can do to just keep things going. How is this mother different from most Americans, just trying to make ends meet, just trying to do what's necessary to keep their family fed, keep their family warm, and to offer them a future of health, wealth, and a clean planet? I mean, it's just a basic wish any parent would have: happiness and access to clean air and clean water. When the future of those who we love is threatened, then we feel compelled to take action. And this mother was compelled to take action. So she transitioned from being an everyday mom trying to provide for her children to an environmental activist. She doesn't stop being a loving mom. She just takes on that extra responsibility of fighting to keep her environment clean for her loved ones.